Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. हजुरहरुलाई त कुर्ने टाइम लिनु पर्ने हो नि त मैले कति मिनेट कुर्नु पर्छ सरले ढिला छोडिस्या कि हजुरहरु ढिला आइस्या
Ma'am, first grade ढिलो हुन्छ त्यहाँबाट second third ढिला हुँदै जान्छ
ए त्यस्तो हुने जान्छ अनि तपाईहरुलाई मैले आजै इन्फर्मेसन गरे हैन पर्सि वेन थर्सडे चाहिँ मेरो क्लास हुँदैन ल
Okay, ma'am.
थर्सडे मेरो भान्जाको बिहा छ के म उतै गए पनि क्लास त लिन्छु अब बिहाकै दिन त कसरी क्लास लिनु हैन थर्सडे फ्राइडे आई विल टेक थर्सडे एक दिन चाहिँ क्लास हुँदैन मैले अहिले इन्फर्म गरे ल ओके सो we were reading or were we reading black table is still there हैन त let's see page number 100 the black table is still there so how is the black table कस्तो हो रे black table class how is the black table how is the black table what is the black table symbolized as hello class
discrimination between white and black people.
Discrimination between
White and black people.
Very good. Black table is the discrimination between white and black people. Especially it deals with Kisanga children's mentality. Yes. Means our child's mentality means the Negroes mentality in the time. In that time how the Negroes used to think. And what used to be in Negroes times means in his adolescence time, what he used to think and what was the discrimination there.
एकचोटि पेज नम्बर भन्नु न म्याम
पेज नम्बर यो यदि मसँग भएको बुक हजुरसँग छ भने चाहिँ 188 त्यो ठुलो चाहिँ बुक छ भने गट इट
यस म्याम
So why he don't want to leave? He don't want to be in the other tables in his school life. अरु टेबलमा किन बस्न मन गर्दैन उले?
Because he is short like that.
What he used to think? Class, what he used to think about the black table?
He was afraid of keeping in that black table.
What is the essay is about? What is the essay is about now? What is it? It's all about the discrimination. Yes, racial discrimination between black and white. Okay, so let's see. What he is saying here is everyone wants to be fit. Yes, everyone wants to be fit according to the time. Everyone needs prestige, and everyone is hunger of the prestige. हामी इज्जतको भोको छैनौँ त? Everyone is. Lawrence Otis Graham, notably, who is known for writing the article, yes, he has writing the articles, Invisible Man, जस्ता आर्टिकलहरू उनले लेखे. He has presented his school life, his way he has he has spent in his school time, and what he as well as his friends used to be there, how they used to spend the time, and what a mentality they had. These all are presented by the word black table. These are presented by the word black table. So he writes about the black table and his experience about the black table. The black table is still there, is our writer Graham's own experience from when he was in junior high school to the time he was 27. Junior high school को समयदेखि अहिले 27 वर्षको उमेरसम्म, and went back to junior high school 14 years later. अब अहिले junior high school छोडेको 14 वर्ष पछाडि he went there for a class reunion. हामी पनि आफ्नो यो ब्याचको भनेर भेला भएर गफ गर्छौं नि, अहिले त पिकनिकहरू गर्छौं. These all for that class reunion he is there. What he comes to expect is change. उसको सोच थियो म स्कुल पढ्दा जस्तो पक्कै पनि छैन. It's totally changed. It was his expectations, but what he finds is nothing close to it. वास्तवमा चेन्ज त भएकै रहन्छ. When he reached there, when he went there, he found nothing is changed over there. Nothing is close to it. Lawrence Graham, our writer, is a lawyer. We need to know, and plus author too. Because of this also, he is just showing us so what he says is he is just explaining us, means he is just making all the readers and all the listeners that to know what the description and what the discrimination is going on in the world on the name of color. कलर डिस्क्रिमिनेसनको आधारमा कसरी चाहिँ चेन्जहरू भइरहेछन्, कसरी चाहिँ डिस्क्रिमिनेसन गरिँदैछ. यस, दिस थिङ्स ही इज मेकिङ others to know through his one experience. So, Lawrence Graham, we need to know about his history too, as he is a lawyer and author both. In this article, he discussed his concept of racism, how blacks and whites are being discriminated, how it developed from the time he was 13 to the time he was 27. ऊ 27 वर्षको हुँदा र ऊ 13 वर्षको हुँदा, in his adulthood plus in his 27 years time, what are the differences? 14 years later, as he is in his class reunion, his concept changes. अहिले reunion, class reunion को टाइममा आउँदा his concept are changed. उसको concept change भयो. Means he has thought that many things should be changed over there. Yes, Many things should be changed. Many things has been changed. But actually, it was not in reality what he has thought. So before he blamed the table, that table, what color table? Black table. And as he taunts, he blames the society. Actually, it is not the discrimination which the people has created. It is the discrimination which is created by a society. What was wrong with me, he thought when he was in his childhood. He thought that he himself was the responsible for such discrimination. हैन त उ यङ छँदा त उसले मैले गरेको डिस्क्रिमिनेसन भन्ने उसलाई फिल थियो नि त एडल्ट सेन्समा बट नाउ he is not having such feelings. Now he realized the reality that this is not the one who which a people has created the discrimination. This is the one where a society has created these discrimination. He is now thinking himself that what was wrong with me in that time? What was I afraid of when I was in my adult sense? के को डर थियो त मलाई किन मैले त्यस्तो गरे हे त? He thinks himself that at the time wanted to think of it as a heroic act to sit with his white friends. He used to think. No, yesterday we went paragraph wise, we knew over there. What he thought, if I go and sit with the white friends in the time, it would be my heroic thought. It would be my heroic act that I would do. But actually, that was not a heroic one. त्यो त obviously हुँदैन थियो नै. But what he used to think? He used to think, if I go to meet, if I sit with my those friends, साथीहरूसँग त्यसरी म बस्दिएँ भने, मेरा ब्ल्याकलाई छोडेर व्हाइटहरूको अघि चाहिँ म गइदिएँ भने, यो चाहिँ के हुने थियो मेरो लागि? I would do the heroic act. म नै सबैको अगाडि हिरो हुन्थे अथवा मैले रिभोल्युसन गरेको भनेर गनिन्थ्यो. Actually, it is not. होइन, उसको यो सोच मात्र रह्यो. If he sat at the black table, he would lose his white friends. It was his feeling. म ब्ल्याक टेबलमा बसेँ हो. ब्ल्याक टेबलमा बस्दा त मैले मेरो साथीहरू छुट्नु पर्यो नि त. Whites, they are not going to sit in black table. I am being far from my friend. So he wants to be in other table than black table where his friends are. सोच चाहिँ त्यस्तो थियो तर भएन. So now he acknowledged that it was due to simple fact. अहिले चाहिँ उलाई बुद्धि आयो. अहिले चाहिँ उले बुझ्यो हैन, एक्सपीरियन्स भयो that he would not sit at the black table. If he sat at the black table, he would lose his white friends. If he sat at the black table but resented it, he says at this time he blamed the blacks that they were forming the barrier between them and the whites. So he thought blacks are responsible for this. किन ब्ल्याकले पो आफू डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड भएर बसेको रहेछ त. ब्ल्याकलाई चाहिँ म डिस्क्रिमिनेट हुनुपर्छ, म उनीहरुभन्दा छुट्टै भन्ने फिलिङ भएको रहेछ भन्ने he thought it. Graham returns 14 years later to discover what had changed about society and racism. हाम्रो समाज र रेसिजमको बारेमा के छ त परिवर्तन? He found it. He figures out that society has failed him. Yes, his society has failed him and that it had changed very little. His perspective when he was younger was all wrong. जब ऊ young थियो त्यो बेलाका कुरा सबै गलत रहेछन्. That was not reality. Even then he was right about the segregation, but didn't see the full spectacle of the ordeal. Realized now how wrong he was. म कति गलत रहेछु भन्ने कुरा ऊ अहिले रियलाइज गर्दैछ. Graham realizes the black table was not the only segregated table. अहिले उलाई फिल हुँदैछ. Now he is there and he is realizing himself that Black table which where he is there is not only the separated table. त्यो अहिले भएको त्यहाँ देखिएको ब्ल्याक टेबल मात्रै सेपरेटेड टेबल होइन नि. There are many other tables too which are named with the different names over there. So he saw a lot of different tables right now over there. Seeing the two different skin colors means black and white. They seemed so different. Every table was segregated. हरेक टेबलहरू भिन्न छन्. हो कस्ता टेबलहरू थिए त्यहाँ? What were the tables there? Class? Hello. What were the other different name tables? Hello. बोला ना. Don't you listen me? What were the other name table there? There was athletics table, there was Jewish boys table, Jewish girls table, there was black table, metalheads table. There were different name table. Then why he only thought about black table? मैले चाहिँ किन ब्ल्याक टेबल मात्र सोचे होला त? यति धेरै डिफरेन्ट टेबलहरू त रहेछ नि यहाँ. He thought this. He saw it a lot different, seeing the two different skin colors, black and white. सँगसँगै यी different tables are there which are segregated. He says being a person of color sheeting means black people with the white kids attracted its own scrutiny and disrespect. If got him called names like oi and white boy, the scrutiny was not just from the blacks. It was also from the white, who asked why he didn't sit with the blacks. क्वेसन त वास्तवमा व्हाइटलाई पनि गर्नुपर्ने थियो नि. Because white they do not sit with the black. उनीहरु चाहिँ किन नबस्दिएको त? Why do all those black kids sit with each other? Black मात्र किन भेला भएर बस्छन् त? किन उनीहरु white सँग बस्दैनन्? Why they just prefer black? The black table, like the other tables, is a statement on society, how it had changed, which is very little. जुन थोरै छ त्यो कसरी परिवर्तन भयो त? Means everything is same when he was in his school life. ऊ स्कुल लाइफमा छँदाखेरि जस्तो थियो अहिले पनि त्यस्तै रहेछ. Nothing is changed, only the mentality is changed. He also can analyze, he also can think, he also has his mentality to do these works. उसँग आफ्नै mentality अहिले छ. Yes, changing हुनुपर्छ. Because of his experience he knew it. Condition एउटै छ तर सोच परिवर्तन हुनुपर्छ भन्न खोजेको. From what I have gathered from what we can get from Mr. Graham, our writer, is the realization of the progress society has made over the course of 14 years. 14 वर्षमा समाजले कस्तो परिवर्तन गर्यो? He learns that it is close to nothing. He learns that people segregate themselves and create the race and group barriers themselves instead of trying multi-ethnic integration. आफैले चाहिँ यस्ता कुराहरू निकालेका हुन्. सोसाइटी आफैले निकाल्यो, कुनै रुल रेगुलेसन होइन. And they are differencing. He found what he was doing was right, but that pre-existing barriers create situations where people are set into certain groups and social stigmas that create an awkward personal dilemma where you have to abandon, where we have to be fit, where we need to have the power to analyze it, or break society's metaphorical chains and join the groups that is black and white combinedly. समाजको यो समस्यालाई हामीले परिवर्तन गर्ने हो नि त. So he and I are both baffled. Black and white are both baffled. He and I भनेको दुवै, black and white, they both are the victim actually, and they both are the way for the solution. After 14 years also, when he went in the same place, the 27th table in his junior high school is still called the black table over there. हो, टेबल त त्यही नै छ, तर उसलाई त्यो बेलाको सोच जस्तो थियो अहिले छैन. In the end, he also says that right thing and wishes others could do the same. सही कुरा र सही सोच राख्यो भने त्यही नै हुन सक्छ. Our writer Graham is very disappointed in the society because he is Negro. That society has not done any justice for itself, and the people are still living there being segregated after 14 years too. अहिले पनि त केही केही कुरामा डिस्क्रिमिनेसन त त्यहाँ पक्कै पनि छ obviously. So our writer has made the right choice integrating himself into a different groups which even then came with its own issues. Basically he says, if we are black and our friends are white, we should not be sympathized. मेरा साथी गोरा छन्, म चाहिँ कालो भएँ भनेर आफूलाई दुःख नदेऊ, आफूलाई दयनीय नसम्झ. If a white kid sat with a black kid, he would not be black. And if a black kid sits with a white kid, he will not be white. यसमा केही समस्या छैन. They could just be a friend. साथी मात्र हुन सक्थे. But the social rules, social belief has made them not to be able to be friends too. साथी पनि हुन दिएन सामाजिक नियमहरूले. After this 14 years too, it is the condition same. They had to be black or white. It is no matter. Gray, no, there is a wheat white, whatever. योसँग अप्सनै भएन. At the end of the day, not a thing has changed for our writer. He could seek for people to exist as people and not as races and groups. But he thinks it couldn't ever be that way. अब सधैँ यही तरिकाले चाहिँ चल्दैन भन्ने उसको सोच छ. Our writer means the meaning, the mentality, his feeling, which he has in his different time, his analysis in different time has created the different problems. एजले चाहिँ धेरै परिवर्तन गराएको रहेछ. एजले चाहिँ यस्ता सोचहरू राखिदिएको रहेछ. Actually, these discriminations are created by the society. It's a man-made discrimination. Human beings are not creating this discrimination according to any rules and regulation, but this social, this color discrimination, this type of other discrimination, they are made in a time by a certain group of people which must not be followed and which must not be done as we are doing now. अहिले भए जस्तो यसलाई सधैँ निरन्तर दिनु पनि हुँदैन. Every people in the society has their own rights. As a human being, we have our human rights, and these human rights should be followed भन्ने कुरा उनले यहाँबाट भन्छन्. अब यसमा मेन कुराहरू चाहिँ के थियो त भन्दा, the 27th table, if you want to write also, please you can note it. The 27th table in his cafeteria, which is marked as black table, where he always used to be apart from his white friends. उसलाई त्यो ब्ल्याक टेबलमा बस्न मनै हुँदैन. किन हुँदैन? उसका व्हाइट साथीहरूसँग छुट्नु पर्छ भन्ने मात्र उसलाई टेन्सन छ, तनाव छ. किन उसलाई त्यहाँ डिस्क्रिमिनेट गरियो भन्ने फिलिङ छैन. Because he is young. बच्चै छ नि त ऊ. He is child. He do not have feeling of being discriminated. Discriminated हुने फिलिङ उसँग छैन नै. Because he was young. Now, after 14 years of those junior high school period, after 14 years, he is in the same place with his friends reunion, अहिले त्यही ठाउँमा जाँदा he saw the same table over there in the cafeteria, that 27th table where he used to sit, and that black table where only blacks used to sit and others they do not use to sit. They themselves are discriminated, segregated. हैन त सेग्रिगेटेड आफै भएको रहेछ, रिभोल्युसन आफूले गर्न नसकेर भएको रहेछ. He says that black and whites are just different because of color, but they all are the human beings, and these human beings who are here should not be different as they are treated differently in reality. It's our mentality that has made change in this color, that has created differences in this color. यो कलरमा परिवर्तन मेन्टालिटीले ल्याइदियो हैन त. यो मेन्टालिटीले ल्याइदिएको परिवर्तनले गर्दाखेरि हामीसँग के भयो भन्दा we are just creating such type of discrimination human beings to human beings. एउटा र अर्कोमा हामीले यस्ता डिफरेन्सेसहरु आफै क्रिएट गरेर ल्याउने काम मात्र गर्यौं, which is reflecting the negative changes in our society. गलत परिवर्तनहरु दिइराछ नि त यसले. And this negative changes in our society must be stopped now, and it must be taught to those growing up children that there is no such discrimination, which the discrimination we are facing and bearing now. अहिले हामीले लिएको बोलेको भएको जस्तो डिस्क्रिमिनेसन वास्तवमा गर्नु हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा बच्चालाई सुरुदेखि नै गर्नु पर्यो. स्पेशली मोर देन ब्ल्याक्स आर द सेग्रिगेटेड वान, इट मस्ट बी अवे टु द व्हाइट वान हैन. व्हाइट र ब्ल्याकलाई नै रंग मात्र फरक हो, अरु चाहिँ हामीसँग फरक छैन भनेर देखाउन सक्ने खालको हुनु पर्यो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ he wants to show from here. So tomorrow we will go through the exercise, okay, and in this exercise we will discuss the other points too. Once please read it. If you will get more problem, I'm here to solve your problem. Okay class?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye everyone. Take care and do its exercise. है त्यो एक्सरसाइज पनि तपाईहरुले हेर्दै गर्नुस् है.